In a lush, vibrant valley surrounded by towering mountains, there existed a magical place called Herbivore Haven. This valley was unlike any other, a sanctuary for all herbivorous animals. Its grasslands stretched as far as the eye could see, dotted with crystal clear streams, ancient trees, and blooming wildflowers. The animals who lived there had one thing in common: they thrived on the plants that grew in abundance around them. Herbivore Haven was home to many different species. Gentle deer grazed in the meadows, majestic elephants roamed near the river banks, and curious rabbits hopped through the underbrush. There were also zebras, giraffes, bison, and even tiny field mice, all living in harmony, each playing its part in the balance of nature. At the heart of the valley lived an old, wise elephant named Kanu. Kanu was the leader of the valley and had been for many years. His great size and calm demeanor earned him respect from all the animals. He was known for his deep understanding of the land and his ability to resolve conflicts peacefully. One sunny morning, as Kanu walked along the riverbank, he was joined by a young deer named Lyra. Lyra was a curious and adventurous creature, always eager to learn about the world around her. "Kanu," Lyra said, trotting alongside the elephant, "why is our valley so peaceful? I've heard stories of other places where animals fight for food or struggle to survive." Kanu smiled gently, his tusks gleaming in the sunlight. "It's because we all understand the importance of working together, Lyra. The plants here are plentiful, and we never take more than we need. Harmony comes from balance." One day, as the animals of Herbivore Haven were going about their daily routines, a newcomer arrived. It was a young bison named Rohan, who had traveled from a distant, arid land. His fur was dusty, and his eyes were filled with exhaustion. Rohan explained that his home had suffered from a terrible drought. The grass had withered, and water was scarce. He had heard of the lush valley where herbivores lived in peace and had come in search of a better life. The animals welcomed Rohan with open hearts. Kanu assigned him a spot near the river to rest and graze, while Lyra and her rabbit friend, Pip, showed him around the valley. "Is it really true that no one fights here?" Rohan asked, his voice filled with disbelief. "Back home, we had to compete for every blade of grass." "It's true," Pip said, twitching his nose. "We share everything here. There's no need to fight when the land provides enough for all." Rohan was amazed. For the first time in his life, he felt safe and at peace. But one fateful evening, dark clouds gathered over Herbivore Haven. A strong wind swept through the valley, and rain began to pour. The storm lasted for days, flooding parts of the valley and washing away some of the lush vegetation. When the storm finally passed, the animals gathered to survey the damage. The grasslands had been reduced, and many of the wildflowers were gone. The once clear streams were muddy and slow. The herbivores began to worry. "What if there's not enough food for all of us?" whispered a zebra to her companion. "We should take what we can now, before it runs out," said a group of goats. Kanu listened to their fears and raised his trunk to call for silence. "We must not let fear divide us," he said firmly. "If we panic and hoard, we will create the scarcity we fear. But if we work together and share, we can rebuild what we've lost." Kanu's words inspired the animals to come together. Each species contributed in its own way to help restore the valley. The giraffes used their long necks to shake seeds from the tall trees, replanting the grasslands. The rabbits and mice dug small holes to bury the seeds, while the deer and zebras trampled the soil.